Hello, beautiful people. My name is Cade. Sorry if I look down. The reason I'm making this is because I did a very brave thing today, and I finally was able to go to a food bank that I've been looking at. They do, um, it's the system where like you drive up in your car, and then they put the stuff in your trunk. And the one that I went to, they just take like a $6 donation for being there. Some places don't do any sort of like requirement for donation at all, but this one does. And on their website, the stuff that they get is like donations from local stores in the area, like Ocean State Job Lot, which is like a Big Lots like overstock store here that has like food items and everything, like non-perishable stuff. Whole Foods, I think like local fast food places, Trader Joe's, Walmart, etc. So they get donations from local, like businesses, um, and they give you what they say is like $200 worth of food, with what you pick up. So $6 for 200. It's a pretty good deal. And this was the first time I was going, and you never know exactly what you're going to get because it's randomized based on like what they get in for the week. So this was my first time going there. They hold these between like 3 and 5 p.m. Most times. They don't post about the pickup day until like the morning of. So I follow them on Facebook and I get notifications, and I got that notification today, and I just so happened to be off of work, so it worked out for me. But if I do this next time, I did get groceries before going because obviously I didn't know about this, so I got groceries a couple days ago, but it wasn't all the things that I wanted because I was trying to stick into like a certain budget. I didn't want to overspend and then also overload my fridge with a bunch of things that would go to waste if I didn't use them in time. So with them providing like mostly non-perishable stuff, but also like some fresh produce and fresh items, it works out. So it just fills in the gaps of like what I currently have for groceries. But if I do this next time, I'll do this pickup first and then go to the grocery store after to fill in the gaps, because like there's some stuff where it's more than what I would need, per se. But if I don't need it, I could just take it to my job and give it to my coworkers or my neighbors or whomever. And that's also something that they promote within all the literature and things that they have, of like, if you don't like the things that you get with your pickup, or if you don't eat all the things, or you're like, this is too much for me, as a family or as a single person, you can just pass it off to who would want it or who would need it before you throw it out. So I did already open up the 3 bags that I got. The bags that they come in are like, you get 3 of these like paper grocery bags full of stuff, and they're full. Like I had to, like this one doesn't have a handle and it was fairly heavy, and I had other things to bring in, and I have to walk up a flight of stairs. So I moved some stuff from like this bag into a reusable bag I had in my car that had handles. So you get a lot of stuff. And again, I've already gone through the things, like unloaded the bags because I was on FaceTime with my sister and showed her. But I'm going to go through the same things today, like right now, just so one, I can document it for myself of like, I did this very brave thing that I've been wanting to do, and that would end up like helping me in the long run with like filling in the gaps of my own grocery budget while I am living paycheck to paycheck. Granted, I do have a nice job and I can afford like my bills and have like a little bit left over, but I do want to, I have debt that I need to pay down or things I want to save up for, and like having programs like this really helps fill in those gaps. So this is the first time that I've done this, and the things that I got are great, and like things that I can use, and things that I honestly was thinking about getting at my last grocery trip, but I didn't. One, either because the store didn't have them, and I'd have to go to like multiple other locations to get these set items, or they didn't have them at all, or they had the items but they were just too expensive for what I wanted. And I'll touch base on like what those items are as I go through this little haul. So because I've already unboxed everything, this isn't going to be like bag by bag type thing, but if I do this next time and film it again, then obviously I'll go bag by bag and so on. But, so, let's start to my left. So, first things that I got were this popcorn. It's strawberry, peanut butter, and jelly flavored, which is kind of cool. I myself am not someone that is very picky with food, and I love strawberry peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter and jellies. So that's great to get. Another thing that I wanted to get at the grocery store, but I did not, because the Aldi near me, like, they have Fruity Pebbles, like, in the box, but they don't have, like, the knockoff version that's, like, half the price. So the Fruity Pebbles at the Aldi I go to were, like, $4 for, like, a large family, whatever, thing of cereal. And I was like, I don't want to pay that much for cereal. So I'm, like, fiending for Fruity Pebbles just because I wanted Fruity Pebbles. But, like, I'm not going to pay that much for them. And it's not something where, like, it's a life or death situation for me. So I didn't end up getting them. But coincidentally, I got Fruity Pebbles popcorn. So it fills in the gap of, like, the craving that I have just so, like, coincidentally. And also, this is better for me to take to work as, like, a little snack rather than a bowl of cereal and so on. So that's great. Next thing I got in the pickup was cashew milk. I was vegan for like a year or so, so I'm also not opposed to, like, plant milks. And I can use this in, like, a bunch of different applications. This one is sweetened, so I probably won't use it for, like, savory stuff. I might use it on cereal, because I did end up getting, like, the Aldi brand crispy rice, like, what's it called? Rice Krispie Treats, like that type of cereal, like the puff rice. So I'll use that with my cereal that I have, and then use the milk that I have in my fridge for, like, my coffees. And I'm also going to be making yogurt. I do that too. Next thing is a thing of pecans, which I love. Pecans, pecans, whatever you call them. So I got those. And then I also got a thing of kettle cooked chips. They're sea salt, so those are nice to have little chippies. Herbs de Provence couscous, which is interesting. I've only ever had couscous a handful of times. But this would be good to make with whatever, like, I had proteins and stuff in my freezer. So I'll do that. And then there's cinnamon apple rice, which is, like, I'm assuming just like a rice pudding type situation. So I'll probably combine these two when I make this. So that'll be really cool. I love rice pudding and, like, these, so I will enjoy having that. Next random thing that I have here on my little counter is cilantro, which is from Trader Joe's. So it's just a container of cilantro. I'll probably chop this up, have some fresh, because I want to make, like, taco bowls or, like, taco potatoes or something. So I'll use this, and then the rest I'll probably freeze in my, like, mini little 2 tablespoon super cubes type situation. I got a dragon fruit. It's a little softer. There's, like, one little brown spot, but honestly, I don't give a shit. I'll just cut it off and eat it. And I'll probably eat that, like, right now, because I haven't had, like, an actual breakfast to think about it. I just had coffee. And then sour cream and onion bruschetta chips. So these would be good just to, like, again, have as a snack and things like that. They just fell on the floor, but that's okay. A thing of iceberg lettuce, so I can make, like, little salads and or something with that. Normally, if I have, like, excess produce or like the cilantro or something, for instance, I'd give it to my guinea pigs. But unfortunately, one of my guinea pigs is having some, like, GI issues. So she's been banned from produce by her doctor. So can't give produce to her. I could probably give it to her sister, but I feel bad if one gets produce and the other doesn't. So they're just both off of produce right now. And they're both doing fine. They're healthy. It's just they can't have fresh veggies because it causes gas in the one that's having issues. This big ass fucking banana, crazy, but I got 4 bananas. They're a little, you know, brown and bruised, but I can make banana bread or just cut them up and put them into smoothies or whatever. So that's really nice. I got a red onion. Probably make pickled red onions with this one because I love pickled red onions. And again, I can put those on said taco potatoes or whatever that I'm planning on making. So it's going to be great. It again, like, it's rounding out what I would have wanted and desired to get at the grocery store. But this was provided by my community. So this is just really nice to like fill in these gaps. Double chocolate chunk cookies. I'll probably make these and then take them to work. Or just like make them myself, or just keep them in the cabinet until like Christmas time, or if I want to make cookies or something like that. So that's really cool. This one, when I pulled it out, I was like, these potatoes are weirdly moist and soft. And I was like, oh shit, they gave me just like frozen fresh potatoes that are just squishy and, you know, like whatever. But no, they're not fresh potatoes. They're baked potatoes. Because you can, I don't know if you can tell, there's like a little cut line down here. And there's like some crispy edge, like you can tell where it's like charred. So 3 frozen baked potatoes. This is so cool. So I got these frozen baked potatoes. They're a little bit softer now because I'd gone to a store and they sat in my car. So they're a little defrosted, but they're still cold. So they're still fine. If you hear crinkling, it's my cat playing with the bags of, like, the paper bags that all this came in. 2 cans of chunky tuna. I love tuna. I also will sometimes mix it in with my cat's food, which, like, she has plenty of canned food back here because I buy it in bulk and I get a discount because of my job. But she's good with food. But sometimes I'll mix tuna in with her stuff if I'm, like, trying to stretch it, if I'm running low. But otherwise, I'll make, like, tuna sandwiches or tuna and rice or something like that. Next thing that I got were these coconut flakes and milk chocolate waffle cones. I've never tried these, like, store-bought ones before, but I like ice cream waffle cones. These will be fine. These are like a quick little snack, and I'll put them in my little, like, snack bin that I have. In normal price, these are from Ocean State Job Lot. They were $3.99. So I imagine if you're getting these from, like, the actual store, it's probably equal or more price than that. Because, again, Job Lot is like an overstock store, so the things that they get are usually, like, cheaper than what you would buy at, like, a big box store where they're normally from. Next thing is a sponge cake snack filled with strawberry cream. I have seen these at Job Lot before. I know this is from Job Lot. It's interesting. I might try it. May give it to my coworkers because I have some Italian coworkers. But if I don't eat it, I have people within my little circle that would appreciate it. Next thing is instant bubble tea kit, taro flavor. I love boba. Love that shit. I have previously, when I lived in Virginia, I've gone to H Bar and gotten, like, the big bag of tapioca pearls and made boba at home, but I don't have an H Bar near me and I really don't need that much boba in my life right now. So this is really nice just to have, like, a little sweet tweet. And then also, speaking of boba, I also got a canned matcha latte boba. So I'll probably drink that at some point. And then also rounding out, like, what's on my counters, I got an assorted bag of pastries. There's, like, madeleines. I think this is like a raspberry pound cake type situation. A chocolate croissant. This one. I don't know what this is, but it looks like chocolate. Maybe like the brownie bite. Like, just a bag of pastries. So I might snack on these, especially the madeleines. Those are one of my favorites. Otherwise, I may freeze these, keep them in my freezer, pop them in the air fryer if I want, like, a little treat. Or, again, take it to my coworkers or what have you. Next thing, I got 3 loaves of bread. One of the things that I did want to get at the grocery store was some sandwich loaves, because I like prepping sandwiches for the work week. And what I would do previously is get, like, 2 of the really cheap, like, less than $1 sandwich loaves from Aldi, a pack of turkey, cheese, and lettuce and stuff, and just make a fuck ton of sandwiches. But I didn't do that this week, one, because I was trying to stay in that budget, and it would have been like a lot with the other things that I was getting. So I got a thing of sandwich bread. So again, pleasant surprise, and it works out with the plan that I wanted, because I've been wanting to make like Japanese egg salad sandwiches, and I can use this piece of bread. Just got to cut it up, and I can do that. And then next thing I got, I don't know, my apologies, I'm dropping things. This loaf of bread, I don't know if it's sourdough. It looks sourdough-esque, because it's definitely an artisan loaf. But I'll probably slice this up and freeze it, or what have you, make breadcrumbs. This one has a label. So this one definitely is a Mount Athos Fire, excuse me, sourdough bread. It's from Whole Foods, and retail price, it's $5.49. So for this price, this loaf of bread, I got all these things that I'm showing you for basically the price of this loaf of bread, which is crazy. It's so cool. I love community things. It makes me happy. So those were the 3 things of bread that I got, plus like that bag of pastry. So that's what I have for like perishable carbs, like bread and stuff. Also going on to the produce, I think it's a tangerine, and then I got some mandarins, so you can see the size difference. I did pick up mandarins, like one of these, when I was at the store when I got groceries. So again, if I do this again, I'll do the pickup first and then go to the store, because I have a fuck ton of these now. And then I can take it to my coworkers, because I know at least one of my coworkers loves little mandarin cuties things. So, and then I got 1 lemon. So I'll probably, when I make the herb steak Provence, I have tilapia fillets. So I'll probably combine these with that. And then I got 1 mango. It's a little softer. Again, I could just cut it up and make it into a smoothie. I got 1 avocado. It is split a little bit. I don't know if you can see, and it's like sticking out. So I'll open it up and see if there's anything that's salvageable. Otherwise, I can just toss it. I ideally would want to get one of those like countertop composter things, but they're expensive. I have found some on Marketplace that are cheap, but I'm just like not in the realm of like I need that product, but it would be nice to have, especially for situations like this. And if I have like produce waste and everything, I could compost that and then use it for my house plants. Or if at some point I want to have like outdoor veggie plants, I could use it for that. Next thing that I got were these 2 baby primes. This one's lemonade. This one's ice pop. I could just mix it into my waters or drink them straight up. I'm not like a athlete or anything, if you could tell, but it would be nice to have like little electrolyte things available, because I do want to go on like walks more, so those would be nice to take on walks. Orange blend, orange juice or juice thing, that's nice. I got a thing of evaporated milk. You can make like whipped cream with evaporated milk, or put it in recipes that call for it, or like recipes that call for heavy whipping cream, you can use evaporated milk. One thing I also was looking to get at the grocery store, but I didn't, because like Aldi doesn't really carry it. But I got food coloring, because every now and then I want to make like little treats or things for my coworkers, especially like for Easter last year. I made these little like dipped pretzel sticks, and I needed green food coloring, and the store only had gel. So these are really nice to like color stuff with and like have available if I wanted to do things. So that's really nice. This next one is Lemon Radler Athletic Brewing Company. It's a non-alcoholic beverage. I don't know if it's a beer or what. It's from Milford, Connecticut. That's pretty cool. That's like nearby. Connecticut's the next state over from me. So that's cool to try. And then I got jalapeno hot sauce. Hot sauce. I don't know if I actually showed you that because I wasn't paying attention. Next one is Nick's Swedish style protein bars. So I'll also add that to my little snack bin because I have like Cliff bars or Z bars or something or whatever up there that I got from Job Lot. The flavors are almond, chocolate, I don't know, however you pronounce that, CHOKLAD, peanut, and caramel. So this is what the front looks like. So that's pretty cool. So almond, almond, caramel, and peanut. So that's pretty cool. And they range from like 190 to 220 calories, with like 14 to 15 grams of protein depending on the flavor. And like 4 to 5 grams of fiber. So that's pretty cool just to have like as a quick breakfast or like a little snack or something for work. Because I do, unfortunately, run out of this house running late for work and I don't eat anything and then I order out and it's a whole thing. And then, where was I? I think I showed a thing of iceberg lettuce already. If you saw that, don't pay attention to that. I think the last things are these two things that I'm holding right now. So, first one is from, where the fuck is this from? I don't know, somewhere that had spicy California rolls. So I got a California roll. And then, the piece de resistance. A fucking bag of Chick-fil-A nuggets. Oh, this shit tickled me pink when I took it out of the bag. I thought it was a bag of potatoes because all I saw was just like this part where it's just like the brown plastic bag, and I was like, oh fuck, I have so many potatoes if this is potatoes, because I just got like 15 pounds of potatoes from the store, because I have, if you haven't noticed, jars, and I have a pressure canner, so I was gonna try canning some potatoes. So I was like, shit, this is more fucking potatoes. But you know, if it was potatoes, I would have moved it into like with that stuff and just canned a bunch of potatoes and been happy with my little potato family. But no, it's Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. That's really, really cool. Cause like I could just freeze these because I have, like reusable bags that I can put in the freezer. I have like a variety of sizes. This is the smallest one. I can also pack it in here if I wanted to take some nuggets for lunch, or I can make famous bowls because I have potatoes and corn and cheese and stuff. So yeah, that was really cool. This is like more than a 30 count of nuggets. And if you don't know, Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets, expensive. Also, any sort of meat is expensive nowadays. So this is really nice to add to the proteins that I have. So this does fill in the gaps and also provide even more like snack foods or things like that for me, because for how I am with like my relationship to food historically throughout my life, like I will go for convenience items rather than like making a full meal if I'm hungry. So I try not to purchase snacks when I'm at the store, like, you know, buying things. Like I'll get some things that are like grab and go, but they're healthier, like the mandarin oranges that I got. But to have the option of like the popcorn and the chips that I have will help fulfill those cravings. And I'm now working towards being more mindful of like having the mantra of eat what you want, add what you need. So I can have those with like the healthier lunches that I make and everything like that. So this is really cool. I will do this again if I'm available. This was definitely like a great thing to learn about and branch out into within my community, because I've been in this area for the last year and a half, but this is like this current time is the first time where I'm actually available enough to go out and like do things within my own community. Like recently I got my library card and went there and learned about things, and it just fills me with a lot of joy. And the only way I found out about things like this that exist is through the content creators that I follow. For instance, like Felix and Morgan from Couple of Goofs on YouTube. They're also on like TikTok, Instagram, etc. They talk about like a lot of programs and things that they have within their own community. So seeing what they talk about in the state that they live in gave me the idea of like, let me see if this is available in my own community. So that's how I fell down this rabbit hole of finding out about Project Hand Up in Warwick, Rhode Island, and then going there for the first time today and getting all these things for like so cheap. It makes me want to cry. And like I can give these things to my own like friends, coworkers, and neighbors if I truly do not get through all of this. But it also helps fill in the gap and make me feel a little bit more secure with I do have enough food to eat for the next 2 weeks until I get paid again. Like that's really nice to have that comfort instead of like constantly watching my bank account get lower and lower as like I forget to pack a lunch, or I need to order out, or like bills are more expensive than what I expected them to be, and I have even less of a budget than I normally would have. So this is really nice to have available to me on a consistent basis, because again, they do this at least once a week. And the days are kind of random from what I've seen with the posts. So, and again, they aren't posted until the morning of, but it is really nice to have this option. So I definitely will be doing again, and we'll plan around my grocery budget the next time I do it, depending on what I get. So that was my little haul. If I ever post this online, again, I started doing this video because I was excited about the things that I got. But if I do post this on like YouTube or something, if you want to see more of this and hear me chat about the things that I do, or if you want to learn about canning or the random other stuff that I do, just let me know. Anyways, that is all. Again, my name is Cade. It was nice to meet you, and I'll talk to you later.